On my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say, carry on our wayward son. There'll be peace when you are gone. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Masquerading as a man with reason. Masquerade is the event of the season. And if I claim to be a wise man, it surely means that I don't know. On the stormy sea of blue emotion, just about I'm like a ship on the ocean. I set a course for winds of fortune, but I hear the voices say, carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Carry on our wayward son. There'll be Can you hear me? Am I being heard? I'm using this microphone. I don't know if it works or not. Awesome. Very good. So far, you're the only one in. This is actually pretty cool. So just any idiot can get on here and do this. This is pretty awesome, I have to say. I may find myself abusing this level of technology. The Rhino's got another date tonight. That's why we had to move this thing up. By the way, guess there's even with baseball, there's nothing I won't do. Well, okay. Well, I guess until we get some more people on here, gonna keep playing some tunes. Sometimes until 4. It's hard to leave when you can't find the door. It's tough to handle this fortune and fame. Everybody's so different. I haven't changed. They say I'm lazy, but it takes all the time. I keep on growing, guess I'll never run. Life's been good to me so
That was the one and only Joe Walsh. Life's been good to me so far. And yeah, I would say it has. Don't really have too many complaints. Somehow I found myself doing drive time DJ work prior to this draft here, or well, this draft lottery, I should say. But yeah, this is your host, the Rattlesnake, on the drive time. Going to play another song for you fellas and step out, have a smoke, grab another beer, and then hopefully we will get this shindig going. This is a little bit of Manfred Mann, Blinded by the Lights.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. Mapping troubles in the summer with the teenage diplomat. In the dumps with the months at the adolescent punch his way into his hair. With a boulder on his shoulder, feeling kind of around, tripping merry-go-round. With a fairy of pleasing, sneezing and wheezing, the guy be crashed to the ground. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. Some silicone sister with a manager mister told me I got what it takes. She said I'll turn you on side into something strong with a song with a funky break. And go-kart motor shark was checking out the weather chart to see if it was safe outside. And little early birdie came by in his curly whirly and asked me if I needed a ride. If I needed a ride, she was blinded by the lights. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light. She got down, but she never got tight. She's gonna make it to the night. She's gonna make it through the night. moonstone preacher from the east. He said his teeth from the thick bone, hid it in its funny bone. That's where they expected at least. And some newborn chaperone standing in the corner, watching the young girls dance. And some fresh on moonstone was messing with explosions on the mind in more romance. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the light. Still the summer with a teenage fisherman. In the dark with the bumps as the adolescent bumps his way into the light. With a boulder on my shoulder, baby's got a older and trip. Merry-go-round, with his worry and please and sneeze and weaves and the collecting crash to the ground. I'll spot with a slingshot right in front of him. Spot the whole rubber is at his hand. That's a bloodshot, forget me not to daddy's with it as I take my bloodshot news of the band. So he said, I'll be closing and if you miss coming for me, I got exciting days. She said, I'll put you works I need to something's wrong. She got down, but she never thought that she's gonna make it through the night.
A little Manfred Mann, Blinded by the Light. That song actually written by Bruce Springsteen. Most people don't know that. He wrote it, but Manfred Mann made it a hit. Got about 6 minutes here. Gonna try and give these folks a little bit more time to hopefully settle in, get done with whatever they're needing to do so we can get on with this thing. Let's see. What can we play here? Oh. Yeah, it's real tough to figure this one out.
YouTube TV. Watch like a fan. Here's the pitch. A curveball! Through the deep left, and it goes way out of here and gone for deer. And they have tied it at 4. Whoa. 3-2, 2 outs, 4-4, ninth inning. Gander, there he goes. The pitch, a swing and a fly ball, right field and deep. Get up and get out of here. Gone for Swaim, and they've done it again. 12 in a row on a 2-run blast by Swaim to win it. Oh, my goodness. Holy cow. Do you believe it? Look at a drive. Here it is. Stay alive. It's Charlie. Play back. Get up.
So does anybody remember the movie Little Big League?
Here's my story. It's sad but true. It's about a girl that I once knew. She took my love, then ran around with every single guy in town. Hey, whoa, I'm telling you, I keep away from a runaround Sue. Yeah, my innocent lips and a smile on my face. Touch your hand and this girl's one face. So if you don't want to cry like I do, I keep away from a runaround Sue. She likes to travel around, yeah. She loves it at the foot. Now people have to put you wise. As you go aside with other guys, here's the moral and the story from the guy who knows it. I really love him, my love still grows. I stand it through like she don't know it. I keep away from her, run around Sue. I play that yeah, keep away from this girl. I know what you'll do. Keep away from Sue. She like to travel around, yeah. She love you and she put you down. Now people have to put you wise. She goes inside with other guys. Here's the moral and the story from that guy who knows it. I fell in love with my love still goes. I seen it people like she don't need it. I keep away from her run around Sue. Yeah, stay away from that girl. Don't you know what you do now?
Well, unfortunately, it's time to cut the tunes and bring in a far less talented individual than anyone else you've heard on here tonight, myself. All right, so let's get this thing going. 5:59 now. I'll give him a couple minutes here. Essentially, here's how it's going to work. I don't know why the hell I'm explaining this to only two people, but figured have a little bit more participation tonight. I mean, at least the jerseys look good. Still waiting to get those babies hung up. Going to be getting some more soon. All the baseballs are over. You can see them at the top of that bookcase there. Can't see the names on them, but you can see the balls. That's what she said. Okay. All right, here's how this is going to work. All right, it's 6 o'clock. Hopefully some people will filter in, those that understand plain English and how to search on YouTube. But otherwise, here we go. All right. We have got count them, two cheap-ass Walmart coffee mugs. I never drink out of these. They're basically crap, so that's why I'm using them for this. In one cup, we've got everyone's name written down on a piece of paper, folded very tightly, neatly. And in the other cup, we have an equal amount of numbers, folded very tightly and neatly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a name, then I'm going to draw a number, and that is going to be where you will be drafting. And I got to write this down here so I'll remember this. Red Stitch 2019 draft order. That one's empty. I think I've got to get a fridge up here in my office. I've kind of come to that conclusion. I love this townhouse. It's a great place, but the place is huge, and every time I need a new beer, I have to leave my desk, go downstairs, walk through the living room, go to the fridge, yada, yada, yada. Man should not have to work that hard for beer. I'm sorry. But anywho, we got two people in here, so that'll at least be witnesses if anybody has any complaints or what have you. All right. All right. Say your prayers, say your vespers, whatever. Let's see who is in Darren, that would be Galagos's buddy out in San Diego. So, you number these here 1 to 14. By the way, now that I know I can actually do this and hop on YouTube, broadcast live with this fantastic microphone that Justin got me 2 years ago, yeah, I'm definitely going to be abusing this level of technology. So airwaves, get ready for me. And Darren will be selecting fourth. It's almost, I kind of like it that the first person didn't get number one, because now this kind of makes it, really cool, because we're waiting to see who's going to win the Mike Trout sweepstakes. We know that whoever goes number one is going to take Trout. It's just a given. Can't blame them. So, yeah, I'm hoping that number one pick stays out there for a while and just get everyone just kind of biting the nails like a fucking typewriter, waiting to see, where they're going to go. Hopefully, this is actually kind of fun and people will enjoy this. And well, as I'm looking right now, there's only one person in here. Oh well. Oh ye few, but faithful. All right. Second name, Scotty H. Picking machine. Second name is Ayo. Yeah, I tried to get the counselor in here. Yeah, that's true. They can't call it collusion or rigging. I'm just, I kind of thought it'd be more participatory than this. Kind of surprised, kind of not. I mean, of all the great faces you could watch on your television, laptop, or phone screen, kind of can't blame people for not wanting to look at my mug. But at the same time, this is baseball. This is it's big. Ayo. Ayo will be drawing 5-hole. Not too bad a pick. All this stuff into the waste basket here. Okay, let's see here. It's kind of cool. Last year, I think, what do we have, 8 or 9, and now this year we've got 14. Really kind of surprised but happy. One of the guys at work, he was like, "Man, how many are we gonna have this year? Like what, 8 or 9?" Like, it's like, no, we got 14 this year. Membership drive. We literally, Justin and I went all the way across the country from San Diego, California to Virginia, recruiting people. We got the best of the best. Spare no substitutes. All right. The next name that we have, Rob Ross, my good buddy. And let's see. Rob is an Angels fan, born and bred in great Los Angeles. So if he gets number one, we know who he's going to be going with. But in any event, no, Rob Ross, not Bob Ross. Colby, sometimes I swear you remind me of Charlie Day on Always Sunny in Philadelphia with your illiteracy and dyslexia. Rob, unfortunately, will be picking 13th. Give these another shake just to kind of keep the randomness going. All right. Our next name up is John Wright, JW. Good man. He's a hell of a salesman at Case Stack. Big baseball fan. He was in it last year. Super nice guy. He's not in here right now, so he's not hearing any of this. So, whatever. And JW will be picking 6th. So picks 4, 5, 6, and 13. Keeping the randomness going. I'd like to take this opportunity to say hello to my nephew, baby Bryce Orr, who I'm told is watching this broadcast against his will. Heard he's had a little bit of a sickness lately, so here's to you, nephew. Hope you get healthy soon, and hope you, eventually grow into all the baseball shirts I've been buying you. And stop drooling. That's a very unattractive thing. I've got a date tonight. If I start drooling, it's not going to end well for me. Next name. Oh, God, how I've been waiting for this for months. Colby Fingerhut, you're on deck. Actually, no, you're up. Some other poor schmuck's on deck. See what happens? I get 3 or 4 beers deep and I start trying to call a baseball game and, can't figure out what the hell's going on. But anyway, Colby Fingerhut, do an imaginary drum roll wherever you are. You have number 9. Yeah, Colby, 9 is 8 more than 1. Oh, and I need another beer. Well, while I'm gone, I'll leave you with the sounds of the Dead South.
I'm Archie McIntyre, Executive Director of Right Lock Farm. Constant Contact's been a great
Damn, no couldn't go no further. Proud of and disgusted by her. Push on a little bruise that battered. Oh Lord, I ain't coming home with you. My life's a bit more colder. Damn, what feels what I told her. Brass knife sticks to my shoulder. Oh, babe, don't know what I'm gonna do.
And I'm back. All right, where were we? Oh, yeah, Colby's drafting 9th. By the way, I just want everyone to know who's watching this. Number 1, Justin, the amount of work that I have done to reclaim my title will make your eyes bug out of your head. And everyone else in the league, something I also did yesterday, if you didn't get the email, was I actually went through all 19 weeks of the regular season and manually input the schedule on paper. I spent all day doing, I popped in Ken Burns baseball, drank a shit ton of coffee and Diet Coke, and actually wrote out the schedule for all 19 weeks to make sure that everyone plays everyone in their division twice and in the cross division once. First 7 weeks, strictly division. Next 4 or 5 weeks are strictly interleague play. Last part of the season, again, strictly divisional play. So these division races, end of the year, actually going to be worth something because you're going to be playing people strictly in your division. So my advice to everyone, hot start, hot finish, and interleague play, do the best you can. So let's get on with it. Next person. And no, we cannot trade draft picks, asshole. Our first game? I can actually look that up. You and I only play once, Colby. You're in the National League. I'm in the American League. Let me look this up here. Let me see if I can find this here. Scroll down. I want to say you and I play somewhere dead middle of the season. Colby, you and I play week 11. That's June 10th through the 16th. All right. Next person. Let's see who's going next. If I can remember how to unfold a piece of paper. Gallegos. Nick Gallegos is the next person on the block. And he has drawn number 7. Gallegos has number 7. All right. Got to clear the throat, you know. All right. Let's see who else we've got. You're seriously wanting me to play John Denver right now? I seriously, sometimes I don't understand you, Klob. I love you to death, but your requests, philosophies, methods, strategies, you and I almost kind of have that Michael Scott, Toby Flenderson relationship. Why is it that you choose to be the way you are?
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
No, a new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Nice tip. I'll give you $2 for the chair.
2? That's a Victorian antique.
Victorian antique.
Geico.
All right, I'll give you a few bars. I'm in a generous mood.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia.
All right, that's enough. We got business to transact. All right, so far we have picks 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 13 off the board. If your name has not been called along with a number, you're still within the running for the Mike Trout sweepstakes. Yep. I have to say this. I've been playing fantasy baseball now pretty much every year since 2008. And never once have I had the number one overall pick. I've never gotten to experience what it's like to have Mike Trout. So, hopefully that might just happen this year. I doubt it. The odds are against me as always, but who knows? Next person up, Eric Hall. My blood brother in the suffering world of baseball. He's a Baltimore Oriole fan, and I'm a Chicago White Sox fan, so we both have been living in misery the last few years, but hopefully my White Sox will get that 7-year, $175 million deal done with Mr. Manny Macho Man Machado. Oh, yeah. Gonna take that bat, gonna swing for the fences. Oh, yeah. Gonna hit home runs and snap Slim Jims as I do it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, EH, I had to do that. Eric is picking 10th. Give me a second. He asked me to shoot him a text whenever his name got drawn because he unfortunately cannot be with us tonight. But hey, he's an Oriole fan, so, he's used to suffering. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 13 off the board. So, yeah, we're halfway there. Let's see what we got here. Kind of keep this moving on. The man, the legend, the Lily. The man requires no further introduction. Sorry, man. But you're at the turn, though. You get to, you get the number one pick in the second round. God, I feel so bad. I'm sorry, Lily. I know we worked so hard to get you in here, and then you get saddled with that. It's almost kind of what you get for being an Astros fan. But hey, no worries. I bought you your koozie. You said you couldn't attend the draft, so I will be mailing it to you. Incidentally, by the way, all those that are going to be coming to the draft party, you're going to have, shall we say, what do they call it? The Oscars, the Grammys, like the gift bag, the compliment. Draft day is going to be a fun day. Please don't miss out on draft day. All right. Just over halfway home here. We should really do it like this. I'm enjoying this. Just keeping you guys on pins and needles. But let's see here. Next up, Brian Tiegler, my brother in Tucson, Arizona. Another Angels fan. Again, I'm sorry, Bryce, that you're having to sit through this. Blame your father. And Tiegler will be picking third. Number one is still out there, and we are several into this. The drama continues to build, no one's got, that's the highest pick we've given out so far. It's kind of cool here. I'm digging this just from an aspect of, man, is anybody going to get to pick number one? All right, next person on the block. I can get it out of here. Thomas Wynn, my good buddy at Supply Pike, one of our newest members. I think this is his rookie year in the Red Stitch Rotisserie League. Very good guy. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. And let's see where he will be choosing. Sorry, Thomas, number 12. Man, who is going to get number 1 here? Does number 1 even exist? Who is going to win the Mike Trout sweepstakes? All right, so we've got number 1, number 2, number 8, and number 11 left. Those are the 4 picks that are left. So, interesting. And I just got a text message. Oh, good God. Oh, I'm sorry, Bryce. If you only had, use of your opposable thumbs or teeth, you might be able to squirm your way out of this one. But hey, I'm sorry, kid. Hey, it's all right. You're going to look back on this later and cry. It's going to be okay. All right. 6 minutes left for me. Then I have to start getting on the old Uber train. Let's see who is next. The commissioner, myself. Let's see where I'm going to be picking. Just to make sure there's no crazy shit, here's the cup with the numbers. I'm shaking this thing up. I'm closing my eyes. With the first pick in the first round of the 2019 Red Stitch Rotisserie League draft, the Rat Bastards select Mike Trout, center fielder of the Los Angeles Angels. I almost feel bad that it wound up that way. I never like to get that pick. Usually in the football league, what I do is, because everyone's in the office, I let them pick, and then I take whatever's last remaining. But yeah, gonna have Mike Trout this year. It's Halloween. That is excellent timing. Any dilly who. All right, we've got 2 spots left. Number 2 and number 11. Actually, 2, 8, and 11 is what we have left. Dalton Galloway, my favorite friend under 5'5". Sorry, Dalton, if you're watching this, you're awesome, man. Okay. Actually, Dalton, if you ever actually do watch this, you're one of the coolest guys on the planet. So let's see here. Number 2. We just can't beat him, can we, Justin? Like last year in the league, it took everything we had for one of us to knock him out of that top spot, and then now he gets number 2. All right, so we have number 8 and number 11 remaining. I'm going to give these things one last final shake. Joshua Josiah Souza, my favorite bass player of all time that I've ever played with. Let's see where he will be choosing. So we've only got 2 left, so basically after this we'll know who and where. I'm sorry, Justin. You got number 8 because Josh got number 11. So, yeah, 14 teams, 25 rounds. It's going to be Justin Orr and Colby Fingerhut at 8 and 9 right next to each other. Wow. Draft day just got a lot more exciting. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll read the list off one more time. Number 1, me somehow. Number 2, Dalton Galloway. Number 3, Brian Tiegler. Number 4, Darren Thomas. Number 5, Charles Ottinger. Number 6, John Wright. Number 7, Nick Gallegos. Number 8, Justin Orr. Number 9, Colby Fingerhut. Number 10, Eric Hall. Number 11, Josh Souza. Number 12, Thomas Wynn. Number 13, Rob Ross. And number 14, Casey Lilly. Well, gentlemen, that concludes this year's draft lottery. I feel honestly really bad that I got number 1 because that does not look good. I never think the commish should get number 1, but you know, it was as random as I can make it. You guys saw it, so hey, that's how she goes. Today is February the 18th. The draft. Excuse me. The draft is Saturday, March 23rd. It will begin online at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. There are 14 teams. It is 25 rounds long. It is a snake draft. So I would say carve out a good 3 to 4 out. No, Colby, no. Carve out a good 3 to 4 hours on that Saturday. Money. That's a big thing. Money is due a week. It's the Friday prior to the draft, March 15th. Anyone not paid in by that point forfeits their team and their slot in the draft, and we will find a replacement for you. I hate to be mean, cruel, and vicious like that, but you know, we have to have some level of commitment, and we have to have time to replace you if you fall out. That's just how it is. And with this much money on the line, you know, I encourage everyone to, you know, attend the draft either online, you know, wherever you can. 14 teams, this thing's going to get thin. You know, those big time studs, they're going to be gone pretty quick. And I will have absolutely zero sympathy for you if you auto draft and bitch and gripe, because I've also heard for years, people want to be able to set their teams up the way they want. There are no positional requirements aside from pitching and your starting lineup. Your teams, if you want to draft 9 catchers and 2 outfielders, if you want 5 second basemen, whatever you want. People have been telling me for years they want the option to run their teams the way they want. Well, here's your goddamn chance. So don't skip out on the draft. If you wind up with 13 outfielders, 1 catcher, I have no sympathy for you. You've had 2 months notice. The draft is on March 23rd at 1 p.m. As the great Hunter S. Thompson would say, buy the ticket, take the ride. 6:33. I'm going to have to sign off from here. Appreciate everyone joining in who joined in. And I will see you, gentlemen, at the draft Saturday, March 23rd here at Cooperstown South. I guess that would be a good way to name it. Going to be a lot of beer. There's going to be, I'm going to have beer, obviously. Bring some yourself. There's going to be a food buffet. I've got room for everybody to draft if necessary. If anybody gets a little too hammered and needs to stay over, I've got room for 6 comfortably, 8 if necessary. So that will conclude the 2019 Red Stitch Rotisserie League Draft Lottery. I am your commish, Brandon Rhines, and now that I know I can go live like this, you can bet your ass that the bullpen is going to become more than just an article this season. It's going to become a legitimate thing. And I am just looking forward to, well, A, drafting Mike Trout, and B, just, scouring all your teams with my boiling hot water of dastardly opinions and whatnot and so forth. All right. All those who were here, glad you joined. Those who didn't, I will post this up on the league website probably tomorrow, just, to let you guys know, because I've got to get going. But yeah, take care, everyone, and let's get ready to play some ball. Spring training is going on. Another month or so, we're going to be drafting, and March 28th this year is opening day. It's going to be here soon, fellas. So take care. God bless. And I should have really rehearsed this sign off. I really have nothing. I got Mike Trout.